Hey, good evening, my friends. How are you? Randy, nice to have you along with us. Turn the music down a little bit more. It's a little loud in my ear, but I understand when I mix it later, it's not too bad. Hello, Paul. How you doing, buddy? Hey, you should see the shot my grandson Carter put on that dough. Johnny. Cliff, where are you? Steve. Let's take that music out of there. It's Avery time. Just loading bullets for the King of 2 Mile. When is a good time to get you back on the radio show, Paulie? Fisheries class was awesome today. It was a wonderful day today, wasn't it, Chad? It was a great day today. Absolute. Patrick. Paul said there are bears on baits as we speak. Johnny says, Mike, what day is it? When the window's open, so it's hump day. Jerry, Billy, Robert. My name is Mike Avery, and this is Hump Day. Hey, Craig, how you doing, buddy? Did I tell you this morning I smoked the last cigar? I really milked him. I made him last a long time. Johnny says he's just sitting there waiting for a phone to ring. Vance is doing the same thing. He's waiting for his veteran to shoot a bear. You guys should be doing something more constructive than watching me. You should be out like sharpening your skinning knives or something. Kevin, Jeff, how are you this evening, my friends? Hello, Julie. Always a pleasure. Where'd you go, Julie? Hello, Tracy Joe. Yeah, I really did like them, Craig. They were very good. Thank you for that. What's up? What a beautiful day it was today, wasn't it? It's going to be a wonderful night. Weather looks pretty good for the next couple of days. Craig's bass fishing. Hey, Lori, how are you? Matt, good evening. It just kind of hit me that next Saturday I'm heading north for my bear hunt. My season starts Sunday. Grouse season. It went 60 yards. My grandson, Paulie, my grandson. I used 180 grain. It must have been, it was 180 grain Federal. It's in a blue box. Blue box. Watching me thinking of steelhead. Your bear really did just walk in. My bear. And it's 7:03, coming in earlier every day. Jeremy Amthor, salmon fishing on the Big Manistee. Lots of fish going up. Excellent. Good luck. Right behind the house, Tim's looking at deer right now. Won't be too much longer. We'll be doing these Wednesday night lives, and it'll be kind of dark out. How many days do you get to hunt? Many as I need to, I think. Hey, Johnny? I don't think there's a limit. I mean, the season goes into October. Michelle says, bear dog guys were driving around. Usually see bear tracks, but none today. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Where'd you go, Jeff? There you are. Heading to Drummond Island, fall salmon fishing. Johnny says, hopefully it take just one day. Johnny, what if I do what Ross did? And because I don't want the season to get over, I just sit there and watch bears come in the first night. What do you think of that, Johnny? Johnny Bowler, Bear Whisper. What do you think of that? I did the same thing with Gary Morgan. Season goes till October 21st. I was hunting with Gary Morgan a few years ago. Waited 9 years to get a tag. Bear comes in 45 minutes after the season started. I let it go. I'm like, I didn't wait 9 years to have a 45-minute season, so I let it go. Nice buck taken in Gratiot County. Ben, did I post it? Oh, speaking of posting things. Facebook, which I absolutely hate, but I can't live without it. It's a catch-22 for me. I hate Facebook because of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes and the way they're constantly changing things, and there's nothing you can do about it, and they don't give you a heads up, and there's almost no tech support. So, Johnny says, good evening, Kevin. It used to be on my Facebook page. If you wanted to share a picture, all you had to do was post it, and I could just click a button and share it. And then it got to be, well, they changed some things around, so you had to go under the mentions tab and tag me or some goofy, stupid thing. And now that quit working. So the only way I can figure out right now to get pictures to me, if you want me to share them, is to send me an email to mike@mikeaveryoutdoors.com. And I'll be honest with you, that is a pain. It takes like 6 different steps to get them posted to my Facebook page. Now, that might not sound like much until you got 200 pictures waiting to get posted, and then it becomes a big deal. So if any of you, Tim Bins, are social media gurus or know a social media guru, please help me figure out the correct way to post on a page now so you can share it. ML Chambers went out stump shooting today in Louisiana. I'm going to say Louisiana, ML, because a northern guy doesn't sound right when I say Louisiana. Please forgive me. Johnny says, where'd Johnny go? If it is the same bear you're going to see the last day, then kill it the first day. Spoken like a true guide. John couldn't figure anything out. Cedar Rock, neck of the woods where I grew up. Hello, Gene. Didn't get a chance to see you the other day. Gene, that is my boat that's sitting out there and has been for a month now. Hello, Joe. Although, Gene, I was talking to Brad today, Brad Dupuis, and that boat might end up back in the shop messages don't do it. Messages don't do it. Don't send me a message. Doesn't do it. Because if you send me a message, I have no way of getting that image. I can't even do a screenshot because the date and time show up on top of it. I'm telling you, it's a mess. There you go, Johnny. Guy just shot. Tony Sovey. Good evening, Michael. I hope to be celebrating our first Michigan Bear together with a cigar and bourbon in beautiful downtown Seney by the campfire, along with some pan-fried Yupre brook trout and blueberry ale from Lake Superior Brewing. Can't wait. Tony Carter, you know my grandson Carter. Carter shot a nice doe Sunday morning with a Brenton 350 Legend, the same gun I'm going to use. All right, Johnny, good luck, buddy. Oh, very, very minor thing. The engine, not the engine, the workspace space in the back where the washdown is, the new design, or at least the design on that boat, has no Angler Quest logo. And I need to have an Angler Quest logo there for when I take my pictures. That's all. So Brad says you're going to try to figure out a way to do that. I know they keep messing with Facebook. And they've got you. Where else am I going to find 80,000 people who like a page? I can't just walk away from it. Hey, Dennis, how are you? But if anybody, thank you, John. If anybody knows, I'm headed up Saturday afternoon. If anybody knows how to solve this, please let me know. Lake Erie perch fishing. Scott says, Mike, if you don't shoot a good bear when you have the chance, it may haunt you. Exactly. Yep, Gene, that's for sure. John has it right. Facebook says if it works, fix it. It is a royal pain. Not royal like the Queen, just a pain. Joe says, good evening to Johnny. Johnny just left. Johnny has left the house. Johnny has left the building, Joe. He's got a bear down. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. So I will be heading up Friday night. We're going to go up and see some in-laws. Spend Friday night there and much of Saturday, and then I will drive to the UP Saturday afternoon/evening. And I'll hunt Sunday night. I have third season too, Bonnie. I have third season as well. Good evening, Rick. Yeah, that doe, he made such a good shot on that doe. She came in with 2 fawns. It is a beautiful boat. She came in with 2 fawns, and people say, oh, you can't shoot a doe with fawns. Well, why? Do you think those fawns aren't going to make it? Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Mike's sitting on his deck smoking a cigar. I'm going to be on my patio smoking a cigar in about 35 minutes. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Joe. All right, some things I want to talk about. Am I going to be up there Wednesday? Not according to Johnny. I'll be home and done. The youth hunt, I think it's a big success. Carter had a good time. I had a good time. And I've still got probably 100 pictures waiting to get posted. But Facebook is making it almost impossible. My bear season, I'm going up next weekend. Small game season starts tomorrow, by the way. 15 tomorrow. Waterfowl season, bow season coming up. Fall turkey. Don't forget to get your fall turkey tags. I was at the Angler Quest dealer. Will I be doing a Wednesday night show from the UP? Probably not, Cliff, because if I'm up there Wednesday night, it'll be because I'm hunting. And where I'm hunting, there's not going to be a good enough cell to do to get a signal out. Thank you, Gene. How excited is everybody for October 1st? I can tell you how excited I am, Joe. I could care less. Well, I hope you had a good day at work, Eric. Second segment of the early elk hunt starts Friday. Excellent, Kevin. Go get him. Go get him. Brian's going to be in the turkey woods in the morning. It is on you. You can't. It doesn't work, Ed. I can't just share pictures on YouTube. That doesn't work. Believe me, I'm looking for options. Anyway, I was out at the Angler Quest dealer meeting, and I saw the new 2023 models, and they are pretty sharp. No drastic or dramatic changes for this year. However, some minor changes. Was it, Tony? Good to know. Tony, I saw my new boat today. I saw it. Please, Mike from the far Southward UP. Hey, David, how are you? Kenny checking in from J Sporting Goods in Gaylord. Hey, Kenny, jsportinggoods.com. On the 23 models, they've squared off the back of the boat. They've no longer made a radius, so it's a squared off angle, which actually gives you more fish. It does have the Tony step. Tony, it does have the Tony step. The new models have squared off transom that gives you a little bit more fishing room, and actually it looks really nice too. Mine does not. Mine is a 2022. Probably the last dozen 22s made. It's got a 300 horse Merc on it. We're not going to swap the motors out. It's got a brand new motor on it. So what I think I'm going to do is just my old boat is out of the water now. Somebody else is running it for the rest of the season. So what I'm going to do is go out there and pick up the new boat and just take it to Linwood Beach and have them shrink wrap it. I'm done. Hey, Ross, aren't you sitting in a bear blind right now? Why are you talking to me right now, Ross? Are you done? Did you shoot? What, the only novelty that you don't want on your boat? What, the only novelty you don't want on your boat? I don't know what you mean, Ed. You're not sitting in a blind. Why are you not sitting in a blind, Ross Elliott? Did you shoot? Don't be holding out on me. You got to tell me what's going on here, buddy. He's hunting with Johnny Bowler, the Bear Whisperer. I don't know if you can hear those geese flying over. He's got company. Good evening, Brian. Okay, let me tell you who's on the Outdoor Magazine radio show this week because he had no bears. I don't believe that. Oh, you came back to go to work for a couple of days, heading back up Saturday. Okay, Ross, good luck to you, buddy. On the show this week, and I think you might find this an interesting show because I did. Charter Captain Jerry Link of Originator Charters out of St. Joe talks about late season Lake Michigan. No USB anything. I don't know. I didn't look at it that close. Talking about Corey, I was looking for you the other day. I was trying to figure out how to get in touch with you. I was going to email you. I was going to message you. I was going to text you or something. I wanted to come out and shoot your range with my grandson Carter. Fortunately, my neighbor and buddy over across the street there, Doug, let me go to his farm and we shot there. Anyway, we're talking about late season big water salmon and trout fishing, also steelhead fishing in flying rats. The big flying rats are gone. In fact, I even took down the goose barricade. Nick Bougie of the Michigan Wildlife Council. Here's the really interesting part. No, nothing against everybody else on the show. The second hour of this week's show, I did something I've never done in 40 years of broadcasting. Jason checking in from the Bear Stand. Good luck to you, buddy. Well, Corey, how do I get in touch with you? That's the whole thing. Can you send me a message here on Facebook with a number if you don't mind? Chad Stewart of the DNR is my guest in the second hour of this week's show, and I talked to him the entire 2 hours. I've never done that ever before on a radio show. We talked about everything from we talked very little about CWD, and it was refreshing not to talk about CWD. We talked about the mandatory online reporting system. I got to experience that Monday for the first time. When I shoot my Michigan bear, I'm going to take that to Michigan brand to have it made into brats and such. With this dough, we just got it ground into Hamburg. So I took it up to Stutzman's by Claire. Stutzman said, "What's your confirmation number for your online check-in?" I said, "I didn't do it yet. I was going to do it this afternoon." They said, "We can't accept your animal until we have a confirmation number from the DNR that you've reported it." So I got back out in the truck. I went on the app. It was very, very easy. It took me probably 3 minutes to get through and register it. Got the registration number, walked into Stutzman, showed it to him, and boom, we were good to go. They do Davina deer processing, but the animal has to be quartered. They can't do a whole animal because I think of FDA, USDA regulations. So people are griping about the fact that the DNR wants your numbers, not lat long, GPS numbers. Wants your GPS numbers when you report it. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Your hubby's out fishing and you're watching me. Cool. Okay, actually, he's watching me too. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate that. I'll get back to you. Good point, John. Most places are deboned now anyway because of CWD. So I asked Chad about this whole concept. I said, number one, Chad, I understand why people get nervous when a big government agency like DNR starts asking for information. No, you can do it on the app, Bonnie. I think. Here's good. I'm going to get off track here. Good evening, Sam. I like your site, but have a very hard time with the youth hunt when I see postings here on 4 to 8-year-olds that have shot a deer. Why? Why, Roger? What's wrong with 4 to 8-year-olds shooting a deer? And I say that with all due respect. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I don't get this. 4 to 8-year-olds. I love the fact that 4 to 8-year-olds can shoot a deer. I think it's wonderful. I'm also okay with the fact that the DNR wants to keep a better track of our deer harvest. Michigan's the last state to the party. Well, I want to hear him say that. You don't like the fact that it's online, Eli. I can tell you for a fact that there are a lot of 4 to 8-year-olds shooting their own deer. And I think this whole complaint about the youth season that the adults are actually shooting the animals is BS. It's Michigan DNR app. I'm doing good, Tyler. How are you? What's wrong with Latin long? You should learn. Well, I think that's obsolete now. Jim Hassel, bear hunting is a riot. That's why I'm really less than indifferent about October 1st because I could care less about deer hunting. I don't like what deer hunting has become. Bear hunting, on the other hand, bear hunting is a riot. John's going small game hunting. Now, that is something we oftentimes forget, isn't it? And overlook. Ross said he thinks it's awesome. We got to check our deer. It's about time. Oh, Joel, I am more than fine with the youth hunt being does only. I would love that completely. Of course, in parts of the UP, you can't shoot does, so we couldn't do it there. No, I think having the youth hunt be does only is a wonderful idea for several reasons. Number one, it teaches these kids that a big old adult doe, matriarchal doe, is a true trophy, and they're harder to shoot than a year and a half old buck in the rut. Number two, it helps with deer management, shooting more does. And number three, it takes some of the social pressure off the youth hunt from the crybabies who complain that the kids are shooting their deer. So I would love to see it be does only. I think that's a great idea. Problem is, guys are against it, afraid these kids are shooting their deer. Bottom line is nobody will say it. I want to hear somebody say it. Because I've heard it before. But I want to see somebody post, I don't like the youth hunt because these kids are shooting my deer. Because I've heard it in person a bunch of times. What else? Their deer. LOL. Oh. Bow season is coming up, though. Listen, I know that's a big deal. All right, let's see. Tony Sovey, good friend of mine, one of my favorite fishing partners, and soon to be one of my favorite bear hunting partners, and actually one of my favorite beer partners too. And I'm not talking out of school here. Tony is a retired conservation officer. Tony says it's great that the 4 to 8-year-old kids are getting started that early. It's all part of the recruit and retention programs. Get the kids out of the house, off the TV and the video games, in the outdoors, learning firearm safety and fair chase. Amen, brother Tony. Sam, you hit the nail right there. And I've talked about this several times. Yeah, the kids don't care if it's a does only hunt because the kids don't care what they shoot. Tim, you got to give me some slack. I'm an old man here. But thanks for bringing me back on point. Yeah, the kids, they've all got smiles on their faces. They don't care if it's a buck or a doe. You're right. No one owns the deer except for the people of Michigan own the deer. Nobody owns them. You don't own a deer until you shoot it and tag it and take possession of it. Then you can say it's yours. Not until then. Tim says, back to the GPS thing, please. On the app, you tell them what county you were in, and then they ask you to take the little pointer and put where they're using GPS numbers. Scott said he'd rather see a young kid shoot a nice deer than a car hit it and run on the road and let it go to waste. So on the app, you move this little pin. It's a cursor or it's a pin, and it represents where you killed that deer. Now, the interesting thing about this is, like in my case, it was Midland County. So I put Midland County. When it came time to move the cursor around and show them exactly where it was, it doesn't care what you do with it. I could have taken that cursor and put it in downtown Midland. I could have taken the cursor and put it in the middle of the Midland High School football field and left it there. So they're asking for GPS coordinates, but they have no way of knowing for sure. Now, when I asked, again, going back to the show. When I asked Chad Stewart today, and we spent an hour talking about deer, that's in the second hour of this weekend show. When I asked Chad Stewart about the idea of people being upset for GPS coordinates, he said, well, I understand that, but he basically said there's nothing we can do to verify that they're accurate. He said, but we thought we would ask. He said, it doesn't hurt to ask and try to get as much information as you can. And I said, Chad, I got to tell you, when a big government agency tells me they don't really know how they're going to use the information yet, but they want to get it from you, that does make me nervous. Just in principle, in general. I mean, whether I'm not talking about deer hunt, but when a government agency asks you for information just because they want to know as much about you as possible, that makes me nervous. Call me paranoid. And I'm not saying that the DNR is using that with this, but I understand the concept of being a little hinky about it. I'm really thirsty tonight. That Maker's Mark is going to be outstanding. And then in our third hour, Mike Horswell of Jay's Sporting Goods talking about processing your own venison. This guy's a master. And wild game chef Dixie Dave Miner. Oh, I was supposed to call you. Ross, I was supposed to call you. I apologize. Today's been a crazy day. Dave has a venison recipe. Among everything else that's, hey, Harry, how you doing, buddy? Among everything else that's going on is our church has been without a pastor for 3 years now. And we could be getting very close to having that position filled. So there's a lot going on right now. So Wendy Harms. Wendy, so nice to hear from you. How are you? How's the family? How's your sister Kimbo? Okay, Ross, thank you. I man, like I tell you, there was so much going on today. I didn't know which end was up. You sent me a picture. Hey, Johnny. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is at 7:26 today. I wish I could somehow show you this. Can I? Johnny, can I show this? Add to photos. Let me, I might be getting myself in trouble with Johnny. Export one photo. Desktop. Okay. Let me see. I don't know how to do this. I don't think I can. How would I do it? No, I don't know how to do it. Anyway, share, not cancel. Okay. It's a very nice. I know you did, Johnny. I know, but it's a very nice bear. It's I don't know. I don't know how big it is, but if he walks in front of me, I'm shooting him. I'll tell you that right now. Hey, Tony Sobey. Hey, retired game warden. No, Tony is saying, hey, retired game warden Scott Brown. I knew we had two of them on here. It's hump day. Hoping to retire. No kidding. Good for you. Want me to show it? I'm trying. Let me try again. Okay. So how would I screenshot? I don't know, Johnny. I can't figure out how to get it on here. I apologize. Oops, I think I just screwed myself all up. No, I'm still here. Or am I? No, Tony, I'm pretty sure it wasn't on yours. I got something running here now that I can't get out of. Preview, maybe. I don't know. As long as you can't see it, I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, and I'm sure it wasn't on your trail camera. What else? I'm running out of juice tonight, actually, because it's so darn nice. Mike, I'm sure you took a lot of gruff for saying my opinion that the youth hunt shouldn't be bucks only. Should be bucks only. I'm not following you, John. I'm sure you took a lot of grief or gruff for staying my opinion that the youth hunt should be bucks only. I don't get it. I apologize. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Steve, we've had a lot of conversations with a certain pastor here the last couple of days. You'll know what I'm talking about. Ross, Johnny just sent me in Mike's. He's going to set you in Mike's blind on Saturday. Nope. I got to be honest, John. I don't remember. I've been inundated with stuff lately, and I just can't place what that email might have said. I apologize. So anyway, I will be heading north to. Here we go. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going, Brandon. I think that's what's going to happen. I think I'm going to wrap this one up a little bit early tonight. I'm telling you, these last probably the last 5 days have just been rock and roll, crazy. And I think I'm going to head out on the patio and have a cigar. You put 4 kids through the youth hunt. Trust me, they all wanted to shoot a buck. My grandson Carter wanted to shoot a buck. But my buddy Scott, who graciously allowed us access to his property, said, I want you to shoot does only, which I'm absolutely fine with that. Ross, my daughter said your bait wasn't hit. Hey, Jim, how you doing tonight, buddy? Just kidding, he says. All right, my friends, my name is Mike Avery. Yeah, please do, John. I apologize. Please send it to me again. My email address is mike@mikeaveryoutdoors.com, mike@mikeaveryoutdoors.com. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Davina. My website is mikeaveryoutdoors.com. Do not hesitate to reach out. And again, unless or until we figure out a better way to share your pictures on my Facebook page. And if you have a suggestion, please let me know. It used to be you could post them on the page. I could click one button and share them. And then it was okay. You had to post them under the mentions tab. I had to click 2 buttons and I could share them. No big deal. Now, that's not working. So what we have to do is you have to send me an email to mike@mikeaveryoutdoors.com, and then I have to go through about 6 different steps to share your picture, which is no big deal unless you've got 200 pictures waiting to be posted, and then people start to get antsy. So if I have not shared your picture yet from the youth hunt or your bear season, please be patient. I will get to it. It might not be tonight, but I will get to it as quickly as I can. And if you know of anybody who can help figure out a way around this Facebook joke, let me know. No, I'm not leaving until next weekend. What do we got to do now? We got to start something out here. This is the way we ended up. We start out this way. And we end this way. I made it hide. There we go. Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate that. My name is Mike Avery. Thank you for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. I'll be back again live next Wednesday morning at 8:45 in the studio. And I will do a Wednesday Night Live from my office here again next week. Can't guarantee about the following week because I will likely be bear hunting. Have a good night, my friends. Thanks for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live.